Hello everybody. In this video, let us discuss about kernel in an operating system. In simple terms, if I have to explain what is a kernel, so it is an intermediate between the operating system and the actual hardware in a particular machine. So it will be acting as a bridge between the operating system and the particular hardware, that is we do have processor or memory or devices, right? So between this hardware and the operating system, it will be acting like a bridge in simple terms if I have to specify. So now let's see in detail what is this kernel and how it is useful. So let me go over here in order to explain you better. So as I have specified, so if you take a particular machine or a particular computer, the lowest level of the layer, what we'll be having, we will be having the hardware, right? So hardware in the sense we'll be having something like CPU, and we will be having something like memory, I have to take this actually. Memory, and we'll be having devices as well. So this will be our lowest level of hardware, right? Devices, right? So this is the hardware. So now on this particular layer, okay, so if I let me expand this one, right? So this is the hardware layer that we do have, hardware, actual hardware layer. Okay, so now above this layer actually we will be having the software. Okay, above this one we will be having the software. So if I put over here like this, let me stretch somewhat bigger because okay, this is sufficient. So this is the particular operating system. Okay, so this is the operating system layer. So above this one we will be having the OS, operating system. So between this operating system and the hardware, now we will be having the kernel, right? We will be having the kernel over here. Yeah, so like this we'll be having the kernel. So what is this kernel will be doing? Let me put it over here so that it will be clear. This is the kernel. So this will be acting like a bridge. That means what? Whenever the operating system has to communicate with this hardware, the communication should pass through the particular kernel. Okay, the communication should pass through the particular kernel. Then only it will be communicating with this particular hardware and the particular action will be triggered. Right, that is what it will be happening. That is the importance of the kernel. So having said that, you will be having a doubt over here. So this kernel belongs to which thing, Kiran? Is it belongs to operating system or is it belongs to hardware, just like this memory or the CPU or the devices? To which thing it belongs? Always do remember, this kernel always belongs to the a particular operating system itself. Okay, so kernel will be lying in the lowest layer of the operating system. Okay, kernel will be lying in the lowest layer of the operating system. It will be available in the operating system only. And apart above this operating system, what we'll be having, we'll be having the applications over here, right? In a particular machine, we'll be having the applications. Okay, we'll be having the applications. So here we will be having all the applications. Okay, so this is the particular a computer will be looking like. So the lowest level will be the hardware. So the next level we will be having the kernel. Okay, so above that one we will be having the operating system. So both are one and the same only. In the same operating system layer only, as the lowest layer we will be having the kernel, and above that one we will be having the applications. So whenever the user, okay, so the user will be seeing these applications only, right? He will be interacting with the applications only, right? So whenever he interacts with these applications and all, okay, so the operating system, what it will be doing, it will be communicating with the particular hardware through the particular kernel. Okay, it will be acting like a bridge. Without this particular kernel, you cannot have the, it cannot go through the particular hardware. The operating system cannot communicate with the particular hardware. That's what you have to always consider. For example, if you are going to take a picture in your computer or mobile, whatever it may be, okay, so what you have to do, you have to you will be clicking on the camera button, right? Whenever you click on the camera button, okay, so it has to go to the particular camera. So device, camera is a device, right? It has to go to the particular camera. How? With the help of the particular kernel only. It has, first of all, the instruction has to go through the particular kernel, and from there it will be reaching the particular camera. Okay, so that is the thing. So in a general terms, you can always consider this as a driver. Okay, so how we will be having drivers, right? So in order to access, for example, if you want to listen music in your computer, so if you click on the play button, so with the help of the kernel, it will be reaching the particular audio device. Okay, so how? With the help of the kernel only. Okay, with the help of the kernel only. That is what you have to remember. It will be acting as an intermediate. Okay, it will be just like a driver, in other words. Okay, if you have to specify normally. So now this kernel is there, right? It will be mainly doing three activities. It will mainly doing three activities. What are those activities? So let me take another screen, otherwise. Okay, so new one. Yeah, so kernel activities. So it will be mainly doing three activities. So what are those activities? The first thing it will be doing is the memory management. What is that? It will be doing memory management. The second thing, it will be doing the processor management. And the third one, it will be doing the device management. So memory management, processor management, and device management, these are the three things that the kernel will be performing. Okay, so what is meant by memory management, Kiran? What are these kernel activities? Yes, let us now discuss in detail one by one. So this particular memory management so comes into picture whenever the memory is managed in your particular system. So for example, say if you are accessing a particular application, see right now I am accessing this paint application, which is a local application, right? So this application, in order to load this application, it is not required to have much memory and all. Okay, with less memory only it will be occupying the, but it will be occupying in order to load this particular application. Similarly, if I want to open a gaming application, right? Okay, so if you want to have a particular gaming application just like a PUBG and all, so a lot of memory is required in order to load that particular application. So for a small application, okay, so it will be allocating less memory, whereas for a large application automatically it will be allocating large memory, huge memory, right? So, and that is the particular thing. And whenever if I simultaneously open these two things, okay, whatever the memory that has to allocation for this application, it will be allocating, and whatever the memory that has to allocate to the particular gaming software, it will be allocating that particular memory as well. And if I close this application, for example, okay, this paint application, if I close now, okay, so automatically whatever the memory has been utilized, okay, it will be deallocated. And again, this memory also, because I have opened in another window the gaming application, it will be utilized to that particular gaming software itself, okay, because it requires more memory. Till now this application is open, right? Now as I close this one, whatever the memory has been allocated to this particular paint application, it will be deallocated, and this memory also it will be utilizing to that particular gaming application. So in that way it will be maintaining the memory, it will be managing the memory, okay, it will be managing the memory. That is what it will be doing as a primary activity. And secondly, it will be doing processor management. What do you mean by processor management, Kiran? So as we have discussed, right? So whatever the process, for example, say if I am opening a particular website on my browser, okay, I have opened a particular website on a browser. So whatever the website I have opened, for example, say I have opened just like amazon.in, okay, so already I have logged in, of course. If I log out over here, where is that? Yeah, so now I have logged out over here. So whenever I open the particular application, so the processor, okay, the processor has allocated to the particular browser, okay, the process, okay, the browser process has been allocated, okay, it has been the browser process is active right now, correct or not? So whenever this application has been opened, now it is asking me to provide the username, okay, to provide the email or the phone number over here, okay. That means what? It is waiting for the input or output process, it is waiting for another process basically. So that means what? Whatever the process, okay, whatever the process that has been assigned earlier, the browser process, whatever it is there, so now it will be in a waiting state, it will be in an idle state, it will be making that process idle, and now it will be waiting for another process, which is the input process, right? Input output process. Now it will be waiting. So now if I give the mobile number or email over here, then what does it do? It will be this process has been completed, the input output process has been completed, it will be deallocating the process, this input output process, and again it will be switching back to the application process, okay, whatever the browser application is there, that application process, it will be switching back, and it will be coming out of the idle state, and again it will be becoming active, okay. So in that way it will be managing the processes, okay. See here we have seen two processes have been involved in this particular thing, right? So it will be managing the particular process, even though there are n number of processes, so like that it will be managing all the particular processes, okay. So that is called as the processor management, okay. So here we are, okay. So in this way it will be doing the processor management. And third thing is the device management. So how does it will be doing the device management? Here also it will be switching to the particular device. So as we have thought, for example, whenever you want to play a video or you want to play some music in your computer, so if you click on the play button, so what happens? So it will be going to the particular speaker, right? So because you want to play some audio, okay, so speaker will be there, right? This is a physical application, so this is a physical device you will be having inside the computer, right? So to that particular speaker it will be reaching, so to that particular device it will be reaching, okay. So which it will be reaching to that particular device through the kernel, okay. And once if the device has been activated by the particular kernel, okay, so again that process will be running, okay. These are interrelated, okay. Once if the device is activated, so the process will be running, okay. So once if so like that, once if you complete the music, okay, if you want to stop the music, okay, and if you stop it again, the particular whatever the device that is allocated to the particular thing, okay, to the particular process, it will be deallocated again, okay. That device will be deallocated from the particular operating system or the CPU, okay, and then it will be going to the another device wherever you are requesting or whatever you are asking the particular operating system through the particular kernel and all. So like that it will be switching between the different devices. Okay, it will be switching from the different devices. So from your computer, okay, so this computer itself is the CPU itself as a one device if we consider. Okay, so from there through the operating system it is going through the kernel, and then it has reached to the particular the speaker. Okay, from the speaker. Okay, so if you stop the particular music again, so the device will be deallocated and again it will be coming back to the CPU. Okay, in this way it will be managing the particular devices as well. Okay, so that means what, the kernel, it will be managing memory, it will be managing memory, it will be managing processor, and also it will be managing the particular devices as well. These three activities it will be doing. So in a nutshell, what you have to understand, you have to understand that the kernel is nothing but it is a part of the, it is lowest level of the operating system. It will be residing in the operating system, where it will be acting as a bridge or as an intermediate between the operating system and the actual hardware. So whatever the request that goes from operating system to the particular hardware, it has to go through the kernel itself. Okay, that is the thing that you should always consider. So this is about the kernel in operating system. Okay, so if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel so that it will be useful for others as well. So this is all in this particular video, and again we'll be meeting in another video. Until then, have a great time. Bye bye.